What's going on, guys? Just thought I'd put out a little something. I got a project coming up where I'm thinking about doing probably the last thing you're supposed to do, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna overseed my Bermuda grass, and I'm gonna start on a small test plot on the side of my yard over here. Just got completed with a leveling project in the backyard, as you can see, and the grass is starting to come up pretty nicely. We just got a good rain in last night. I went real heavy on the back because it was pretty much like mowing the Rockies back here. So I had pretty good success with it in the front yard last year. So we just decided to throw her down, leave her nice and heavy. I just dragged my sprig around until sand was about even everywhere, and where it's deep, and it's Bermuda grass. You can't kill it, so it'll truck back through a couple weeks or so. In the deeper spots rather, but within a week or two you probably won't even be able to notice throughout 80% of the yard or so. Anyway, so off camera here I've got just some small pints that I had left over, and I've got about a 70-30 mix of compost in here and sand. See down in there, it's all just compost. There's no sand, it's all compost. And I did just like my yard is. Little experiment here. I put a little sand cap on it, just like my yard has. And then on this one over here, same thing, 70-30 mix with a little sand cap. And I went through my front yard and I picked out the most prominent areas that I liked. I picked out a couple sprigs, and there's probably 3 or 4 of them buried down in there, if you can see that. And I just planted the sprigs. I've got them all packed down and watered in at this point in time. And so I know, and everyone says we're not supposed to overseed our Bermuda grass, mainly because I think the thought process is the big box stores only sell you common Bermuda, and planting that stuff will definitely leave you with a grass that does not match, is not uniform, a lot bigger stolon, a lot bigger leaf blade. It's not soft underfoot. None of the qualities of Bermuda grass that we want. But this Yukon is a higher quality premium seed, replicates a golf course style grass, or a sod grass, if you will. I just ordered some stuff off of Amazon because it got here quickly, and the Yukon is supposed to be pretty good. Arguably, it's between Yukon and Arden 15 that are probably the premier strains right now, unless you can find Tahoma 31. I guess that's the new hot to try with the Tulsa PGA planted. But we are just going to take a couple little pinches of this, and we're not going to get crazy. That's probably way too much right there, actually. I'm just going to spread that around. Again, it's Bermuda grass. This stuff is pretty aggressive, so there's probably enough in here and a sneeze worth to plant this whole pot. And the stuff is expensive too, so that's probably like $5 worth of seed. Oh well. $5 is a bit extreme. It's not that expensive. I think that whole, that's 3 pounds worth, 2 pounds worth. I forgot what I ordered. Probably should know that. It's 2 pounds worth, and it was 40 bucks. It's about 20 bucks a pound. I think you get a break at 50. And it goes down, but I didn't want to order 50 pounds until I knew what it was going to look like. So anyway, I'm going to do this little experiment here. I'm going to give it a little while. And again, it doesn't even need Bermuda grass just needs good soil seed contact. It doesn't need to really even be buried, and it will come up. Just pack that in there. I'll give her a good watering. And in 10 to 15 days, we should know what's up. And then I'm really also curious as to, in 15 days time, if we end up with a grass that is, getting thicker here and come out like a lawn, or if the plugs, or sprigs rather, are already starting to branch out and get aggressive, and the stolons and rhizomes are already starting to take off and spread. Like, I'm really curious to see what happens there. So over the next Imagine I'll just keep these going until both are full. And I'm wondering which one is going to take off. A plant all the way from seed or one with sprigs in it. And again, there's probably, I don't know, there's 5 or 6 healthy sprigs in there at least, and that I've taken from 4 different areas. So there's a good healthy chunk in there out of one of them that's probably like about the size of a golf ball too. So again, 70-30 mix of sand and compost and a sand cap, just like my yard. Try to replicate it as best I can. I'll water this one daily, keep it moist throughout the day, just like you're supposed to with seed. And I'll probably just water this one once a day or so, because that's about all it needs. And give it some heat, some sun, and some love, and we'll see what happens. If it ends up looking nice, then we're just gonna pull the trigger and plant the side yard in the overseed. There's not a lot of info I've been trying to find. There's a lot of people that have tagged Yukon in some of their videos, but there's not a lot of, I did this and these are the results. I know that Doc planted some Yukon on one of his neighbor's grass, but there's no real like afterthought or after videos showing like if it was blotchy or if it grew into the other Bermuda or whatnot. So I might have to do some more digging through his videos to see. And there's another, gosh dang it, it's not Ryan Noir, it's another guy. Anywho, I'll put it all together, I'm sure, in a later video when I get this updated. He planted Arden 15 in his front yard in a blend, and it looks awesome. The turf is thick, the color is even, and the Arden almost takes over longer into the winter, which probably gives it more time to be dominant and grow and come back earlier in the spring and yada. The Yukon's supposed to be better at that as well, rather than whatever my builder put in when we had this house built. It's some kind of weird mix of, I don't know, some kind of knockoff of Tifway probably, but definitely on the side of the yard, and I've noticed definitely on the back, especially over in this area. The leaf blade is definitely bigger and it's not near as soft underfoot. I mean, it could also be the soil, but definitely the grass is already not uniform. So if I could get this to work and it looks good on my side yard, then I'm definitely probably just going to pull the trigger and overseed the whole yard and just see what likes it more. Anyway, until we have some results and I get this updated, I'll see you guys in the next one.